Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to start our how to play board games series. So our first board game I'll be showing you how to play is one of the classic games in the world, checkers. It came with a set of some other board games like chess and backgammon yesterday, and I'll show you those games how to play later too. But for now we're doing checkers. So the goal of checkers is to capture all of your opponent's pieces, which we'll talk about in a little bit, or make it impossible for your opponent to move. So for setup, just like chess, make sure this corner has a light square on it. If you see my finger, make sure that square is a light square on that corner. Then once you have that, you will decide who will go first. And then after that, you will choose which tile color you want to choose. It doesn't matter which tile you choose, but all of your pieces have to be on the same color of the tile. Or no, have to be on the same color. Then to start playing, for example, I'll move the white piece. So to start playing, how to move the pieces. So this is a checker, as you know. It's a piece. And it can only move forward one square diagonally at a time. And don't forget, forward one square diagonally at a time. Oh, well, let's move it here. And checkers cannot travel backwards. So let's take another move So let's take a black move like here. Alrighty. This next part is where capturing comes. So to capture, if an opponent's piece is in the way, but the space diagonally after that piece is empty, then to capture, you will jump that piece in a straight line and go behind the opponent's piece. There, I just jumped a piece. And then black, And then black will jump to that piece, and then it will be removed from the board. Let's place it back. Alrighty. Now I'll be right back. I'll show you something. I'll be right back to make the position. So, besides jumping a piece, if after one jump, your piece is in a position to jump again, then you will make another jump until there are no more jumps left. So let's do another jump. There we go. And as you can see, guys, this checker reached the farthest side of the board. And we'll talk about what happens right now. For now, I'll show you another thing of jumping. I'll be right back to make that position. Okay, now that I have made a position, as you can see on the board, there are two jumps available. You can choose which jump you want to make, as long as you jump a piece. So you can either do this, or do this. So you can choose your jump if there is more than one jump available. Then next up, let me jump some more pieces really quick. Okay, alrighty. I'll be right back. I'm gonna put a checker to the farthest row. So as you can see now, one of my checkers has reached the farthest row of the board. So, since checkers cannot travel backwards, what happens? Well, your checker gets a promotion. That piece will become a king. So there are two things you can do. If one of your pieces are captured by your opponent, then you can stack two pieces. Then you can stack one of your captured pieces to that piece that has reached the farthest row of the board. Or, which is more simple, and if none of your checkers have been captured, you can just flip the piece over. You can reveal the crown side. Yeah, there's the crown side. You can see that dot. That's part of the crown. So yeah, your piece becomes a king once it has reached the farthest row of the board. Now, next up, let me see what's next. Oh, and kings can now travel both forwards and backwards. However, they can still only move one square diagonally at a time. But can move forwards or backwards. And so let me show you an example here. I jumped this piece, and as you know, the king has moved backwards. That's what these type of checkers can do. Now let's find out what happens next. Let me see. Let me think. I'll be right back to show you another position on what happens. So in this position here, black only has two pieces left. So, like for example, if white jumps that piece, and it's black's turn, this piece didn't get to promote into a king yet. And remember, normal checkers cannot move backwards. This is its forward direction. It cannot travel backwards like this. This is its forward direction. But because this is the last column of the board, and and black has no captures to make, like if he were to jump there, a piece would still be there, and squares have to be empty in order to jump. So that means that black has no possible move, because if it jumped to there, this would have been the last column of the board. And if he were to jump there, a piece would still be there. And remember, in order to jump, an opponent's piece should be in the way, but the square after that piece has to be empty in order to jump. So that means that black has no possible move to make. So if it is your turn, but there are no possible moves to make, then your opponent wins. And last but not least, we will talk about a tie. So if there is only one piece left for each player, then it will result in the tie. However, both pieces will have to be the same kind, like king or just normal checker. Yes, both pieces will have to be the same kind for a tie. Once again, a tie happens if there is only one piece left for both players and it is the same kind. That is all for how to play checkers. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Our next board game I will show you how to play is another classic one, chess, which is kind of harder. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Bye. Bye and see you later.